Brian Cox on 3i Atlas. Brian Cox is a British physicist and professor at the University of Manchester. He works on the Atlas experiment and is known to millions as the host of BBC science programs. Here's what he says. When we first spotted 3i Atlas back in July, we thought we knew what we were looking at. An interstellar comet, the third one in history. Yes, it came from another star system, but still followed the same laws of physics as everything else. Then the data started coming in, and things got more complicated. If you enjoy watching familiar explanations fall apart, stay with me, because what I'm about to share isn't speculation. It's observation, and the observations don't fit our expectations. The Atlas telescope in Chile spotted a faint dot near Jupiter's orbit. Nothing unusual at first, but when its trajectory was calculated, it turned out the object came from interstellar space, only the third interstellar visitor ever recorded. When the James Webb Space Telescope turned toward 3i Atlas, it became clear this object was something special. The coma, the cloud surrounding its nucleus, was found to consist mostly of carbon dioxide, 8 times more than water, an all-time record. Within it were complex organic molecules never before seen in such bodies. That suggests 3i Atlas formed in the frozen outer reaches of another star system, a place cold enough for CO2 to freeze before water, a messenger from a world that may no longer exist. Then things got even stranger. The ultraviolet observatory Swift detected water vapor breaking apart in sunlight, meaning the comet was losing water, even though it was 3.5 times farther from the sun than Earth. At that distance, it should be frozen solid, but it wasn't. It was evaporating. Later, telescopes picked up another anomaly: negative polarization of the scattered light. No known comet behaves this way. It means the dust surrounding 3i Atlas is made either of particles of unusual shape or of a material unknown in our solar system. Its trajectory aligns almost perfectly with the plane of the planets, only about 5 degrees of inclination. The chance of such a random alignment? Roughly 1 in 50,000. On October 3rd, the comet passed within 18.6 million miles of Mars. NASA orbiters observed it, but images from the American spacecraft have not yet been released. A coincidence, perhaps, but a convenient one. Then came perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun. Once again, a surprise. The comet suddenly grew brighter, much faster than any model predicted. Then it turned greenish-blue. A cold object shouldn't emit blue light, yet 3i Atlas glowed as if something inside it was happening that we don't yet understand. Each of these phenomena can be explained in isolation: rare chemistry, statistical fluke, observational bias. But taken together, they form a puzzle. After perihelion, the comet disappeared behind the sun. When telescopes picked it up again on October 31st, it had no tail, no coma, just a faint, blurry spot of light. NASA confirmed the object shows non-gravitational acceleration. It's moving in a way gravity alone can't explain, as if being gently pushed by something. According to the calculations, if it were just ordinary outgassing, 3i Atlas should have lost around 5 billion tons of mass surrounded by a huge gas cloud. But there isn't one. Not in images, not in spectra. Some argue we're viewing it from an awkward angle, that the tail might simply be pointed directly away from us. But if that's not the case, then we're facing a real mystery. Astronomer Avi Loeb has suggested the acceleration could be technological, as if there were some kind of propulsion inside. Brian Cox disagrees, but admits that Loeb is doing exactly what a scientist should, looking closely at the data and not being afraid to ask questions. Cox isn't into conspiracies or cheap headlines. He says, This isn't evidence of anything artificial. These are simply observations that don't yet fit our models. He's not angry at nature. He's frustrated by the noise around science, the fake videos, the clickbait titles claiming scientists found an alien ship. Because the real story is already extraordinary enough. We are watching an object that formed around another star billions of years ago, perhaps in a planetary system that has long since died. And now it's passing through our neighborhood, once in all of human history. Right now, 3i Atlas is heading toward Earth. On December 19th, it will make its closest approach, about 269 million kilometers away. Hundreds of telescopes, Hubble, Webb, and dozens on the ground will observe it simultaneously. If a gas cloud reappears, then it's a natural process. If not, we may need to rewrite the textbooks. Cox concludes, "We're not chasing sensation. We're chasing truth. And if the data don't fit, you don't argue with them. You listen to them." Maybe 3i Atlas is just a strange comet, or maybe it's the key to something greater. And that's the beauty of science. It doesn't promise comfort. It promises understanding.